Today is Ascension Day, the day in the church where we move from the Easter season, where we've been able to celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead, and we look ahead to Pentecost, to the coming of the Spirit and the birth of the church. As it happens, today would also have been the day when I would have been consecrated in York Minster as the next Bishop of Sherwood, and I'm aware that many of you might have been joining us for this event. COVID-19 has interrupted that like it's interrupted so many things. Despite these changes though, my family and I are hugely looking forward to joining the diocese later on in the year. We're looking forward to working with Bishop Paul and the team there, to getting to know the lay leaders, the clergy across the diocese, and to serve and encourage you in all the mission and ministry that you're involved with. It's obviously been slightly challenging for us as a family. I guess my wife Liz, who's a teacher, we have three children who are 14, 12 and 10. And one of the difficulties has been that we just haven't been able to get up to Nottinghamshire as yet. Lockdown has meant that we haven't been able to travel up to see the area that we're going to be moving to beginning to get to know people there. So please do pray for us as a family. At the moment, the hope is that we will still be able to move in the summer. The idea is that I'm going to see out the term here at St Mellitus College and then be licensed as Bishop-designate from the beginning of July, moving in August and then starting fully from September. These are clearly uncertain times. COVID-19 has brought up all sorts of challenges for us as individuals, for us in terms of our churches and for the country as a whole. As I think back to that first Ascension Day, the disciples also must have had a huge mix of emotions, all sorts of questions that they were asking. They've moved from the depths of despair and darkness at Jesus' crucifixion through to that sense of joy and hope as they encounter him in his resurrection life. And then just as they're getting used to that new normal, everything changes again. Jesus ascends into heaven. He goes to be with his Father at the right hand of God. And yes, there have been moments of worship. They gather together in Jerusalem, but also there must have been all sorts of questions. What was now going to happen? What were they supposed to be doing now? And we, of course, have those similar questions today in our current uncertain times and circumstances. And for those first disciples, at least part of the answer comes at Pentecost. It comes with the arrival, the giving of the Spirit, the pouring out of the Spirit on all those first believers, giving a sense of direction and purpose to the mission and ministry that they were called to, and the mission and ministry of the church. And there are signs that the Spirit is very much at work still today, despite our sorrow, despite the suffering that many of us are currently experiencing, despite the challenges that we're facing. There are signs that the Spirit is really at work. And more people apparently are praying than have done so in recent times. Lots of people are engaging with the online services that churches are offering really creatively. And I'm very aware of all the serving in terms of serving people in local communities that's going on with churches around the country, and I'm sure is the case in Southall and Nottingham. And so my prayer for you, for the diocese, is that you are experiencing those signs of the Spirit at work in your own lives, in the lives of your families, the churches and the local communities that you're serving. We're hugely looking forward to joining you, looking forward to being with you, and in the meantime, we will be praying for you.